Here we go. My hope is still trying to decide whether or not I believe there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow flag. Because there is smoke blowing through the colored sky, and I'm afraid that if I look, the bottom will be burning where the loot should be, and I will walk ash through my dreams before they're ready to die. So I don't look for the gold. I hold on to the hope that even when it's going bad, the good survives. I hope that you will see the good in me even if God doesn't. I start to lose faith in the fantasy of all God's children being equal because our Father is only yours. I pray to the God who I'm told will always listen by people who tell me he doesn't like what he hears when I speak my heart, knowing that my truth has already tattled on me. Because God hears what is and isn't spoken, reads what isn't written yet by the broken who struggle to convey the crack in their voices when confessing their curses on paper. I cover my cracks by plastering them with humor, dark, because opposites attract and I'm searching for the light in my pain. Will you tell God that I tried to stop sinning but my efforts were all in vain? Will you read him the letter that I wrote to you at 13? The one where I told you I let unholy hands hold me if they promised to mold me into a straighter shape. Where I told you I swallowed my shame down dry like the pills I was taking to forget my condition, this affliction. Where I told you I wasn't just burdened by my mistakes, but pregnant with one, and that I knew that 13 was too young for that kind of accident to be considered happy. Will you tell him that I only told you those things because I hoped it would make you less mad at me? That I thought that the only chance you might accept me in my entirety, in the truth of my sexuality, is if I relieved you from those lies. Oh, bear with me. From those lies. Without release from those things, would you have told me your goodbyes? Would you have walked out of my life? I will never know. Time has only told one story where you placed yourself as the hero and my sexuality something worth saving from. Allowed me to be baptized in the bathtub, or rather exorcised without my authorization, but the water in which I was bathed was not holy enough to render me saved. And more than a decade later, I'm still in the same place. I'm sorry to have put a plot twist in your predictions, but for me, being gay was not a phase. Not a stain you could wash from the fabric of my being. I have cried to God to be cleansed so many times, convinced that I was dirty, but I never heard back, and I know that he heard me, so why would he never return the call? Maybe it wasn't worth answering after all. Maybe God doesn't have the heart to take love away from mine. Maybe he can't correct mistakes that he can't find, and maybe he didn't make any. I've heard that he doesn't, and you believe that faithfully, but you still have the nerve to tell me you don't agree. But I never came seeking your permission. I didn't ask for your consent. I wrote you an admission, crossed the lines that you drew because rules were made for bending. Folded that letter into a confessional booth and allowed the four walls to speak once you'd entered. Because I wasn't coming out. I just let you in. Thank you. Also, if you like that, you can find me at Reya Saint everywhere. Thanks.